Zombie apocalypse. Mic check. 1, 2. What is this? You're now tuned to Imperfect Sense right here on Unified Radio.tv. I'm one of 4 hosts, one of 4 moderators, one of 4 opinionated brothers that make up this podcast called Imperfect Sense. I go by the name of Eric E. Mr. Dawson, whatever it is you call me, please do not call me a midget. And to the left of me, I got the bully with me, the brother Conway. Bully in the streets, the women at home call him a teddy bear, though. You know what I mean? Straight punk. You know what I mean? Straight punk. That's the little ladies at home call him. And to the right of me, I got the brother Andy is in the building. Let him know. Andy McFly, he's here. Uncle Drew, like, you know, y'all know Andy be back and forth behind the boards and all this other shit. Right. Some days he want to get in front of the camera, be a little diva, you know what I mean, get behind the mic and all that. Sometimes he get on this, got to be a superstar shit sometimes, but, you know, he's here. We appreciate it. You know what I mean? Always love and definitely like his perspective. And today, Mr. Mike Lowry, a.k.a. Flesh, isn't with us today. Mr. I don't know if I want to wear a tank top,
white linen, or
something sheer.
Yeah.
We don't know.
Polyester.
But shout out to Flesh. Flesh ain't with us today, but look, man, we're going to turn out. We're going to keep this energy high. And if you never heard of us, you never seen us, I'm going to tell you what this show is about real quick. Look, you got 4 opinionated brothers. We say what we feel, how we want to say it. You know what I mean? We coming from all aspects of life. And what makes perfect sense to us may not make perfect sense to you. So that's what makes up this thing called Imperfect Sense. We can be a little biased sometimes, too, because it's all men in here. Yeah. And we wanted it that way. We wanted an all-male platform for us to talk our shit.
Talk our shit at that?
To talk our shit.
And that's
the fucking feeling. Hey, the thing is, if you ever got a problem, we always drop the social media. Mm-hmm. You can come to the UnifiedRadio.tv website. You come to all our social media on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. Leave all your comments, man. Bring the bullshit here. Let me know that you saying it directly so I know to pow, clap back.
We up for the smoke.
Definitely up for wherever there's fire, there's smoke.
Yeah.
And we are definitely the fire. So before, I'm going to tell you like this. So before we get started and saying that, I always drop a disclaimer. So if you're sensitive about your race, religion, gender, or sexuality and or politics, this is not the show for you because we don't give a fuck. Everybody gets talked about. I don't give a fuck if you Donald Trump. I don't give a fuck if you straight, gay, black, white, Asian, Jew, Hebrew, Muslim, Christian. We don't give a fuck. Yeah. Everybody gets talked about. Nobody is exempt from the opinions of imperfect. That's right. Nobody's fucking perfect. And speaking of nobody being perfect, let's jump right into what the fuck we talking about today. Okay. We talking about this energy that we all experience called love. Right? Love. Right? Love is a very, very complicated energy and force.
Yes.
For me, I believe it's really stronger than hate. Because love can make you fucking stupid. Hate, you know what drives hate? You just don't like this motherfucker, or this motherfucker did something to you, or said something about you, so you know what drives that hate. Love can make you hate a motherfucker. Can make you stupid, can make you stay in toxic shit that you should have been got the fuck out of. Yeah. And love is a confusing fucking force. So I'm going to go around the table like we always do. Tell me about how love made you stupid.
Love made me so fucking stupid, bro. Like, I just kept saying the fuck.
Yeah, come on with it, because
I just kept saying
the dumbest thing love ever made me do is take the condom off.
I just kept saying the fuck shit. And then it was like, I might want to have a baby with them. Like, the fuck? And I say, like, nigga, they don't even take it their own now.
Right. Like, that shit's disgusting. What about you? Tell me about how love made you stupid.
Well, listen, I mean, shit. We cheated on each other, and I knew it was over, and it should have been over, but I was so caught up.
On the cheat? Oh, because y'all cheated?
Well, I cheated. She did some foul shit. I mean, we wasn't together, but it was foul.
Damn, they always do.
It was foul. But I couldn't
you know us men. We're angels out here.
Right.
Us men are angels. We don't cheat.
Right.
Black boys cheat. Black men won't cheat.
Yeah, we don't cheat.
Revenge is a motherfucker. But
Yeah.
anywho, yeah.
Best served cold.
I couldn't let it go. I had to run its course, but their family ran its course. We cool now, but.
And I'm glad you said something about cheating because I mean love made me stupid on that aspect too. Giving a motherfucker a chance that you know you shouldn't have gave a second chance to. Right. That's the fucking problem. Mm-hmm. Love makes you think that you love a person so much you should just give them a second chance. Yeah. I don't know about that all the time. I don't know about all of that all the time. I don't think that well the state that I'm in now, the age I'm in is no, we're not. You cheat on it's a fucking rap. Like when you're young, dumb, full of cum, you don't know no better. Now that I know better, ain't fucking happening.
Yeah.
Oh hell no!
Ain't fucking happening. And the crazy thing about this love is like you see the bullshit like when people go through it with somebody they ain't in love with. You know what I mean? I'm not talking about just a person you love. I'm talking about a person you in love with. And that shit going astray. They start telling everybody about what the person doing, this, that, and the third. They can't stand them. You posting them on social media. If I can do better, this, that, and the third, all by myself. You know all the bullshit they be posting when they going through something they love one. And then what happens? You dumb motherfuckers in matching pajamas come Christmas.
Yeah.
Like, yo, what happened to all that dumb shit? Like, you was popping shit before Thanksgiving. Now y'all in matching pajamas and everything is A-okay?
Well, some of these females, some of these females back in the day be all up in your DM, all in your inbox, like, oh, ain't shit eating this, won't he eating this and that. And then turn around and be on vacay with this nigga.
Yeah, they hit you with.
What are you?
They hit you with the game like, man, he don't treat me right, and he don't do this, that, and that. The next thing you know, when he gets you something that you like, it's like, oh my God, he loves me, and that's what be fucking people up too. Is when they get material things and they try to equate that shit as fucking love. Right. You know what I mean? Like, I love you whether if I buy you a Birkin or a chicken box. You know what I'm saying? It's the same fucking thing.
That shit, love, yo. That shit crazy, yo. I ain't gonna lie though. Right now, I'm happy that I did get a second chance. You feel me? Cause
I'm happy you got a second chance too.
Me too. Me too.
Cause she treating you like a whole whore out here in the street. I'm glad she treating you like a whole whore. I'm like, yo, get him on, stall homie out. Yo, stall him out. Like he out here, good nigga. You know what I'm saying?
I fucked up. You know what I mean?
At least you can admit it.
Yeah, I fucked up, but she loved this young boy at that time. You feel me? To give me another chance, and I had to fucking grow up.
It took work though.
Yeah, but that's where love could not be stupid, because it's like, all right, you love this person that much that when you fuck up, that shit hurt you. That it'll make you change this shit. You know what I mean? Like, it'll make you change.
Yeah, because when you see her crying and you know it's because of you, and you got to go in the car like, yo, I did this shit. Like, I did that shit. Like, that shit hurt your soul.
That shit. When that's how you know you love a person back. You know what I mean? And it was like, yo, she was still bringing nigga food. You heard me? Yeah. And it was like, damn, yo, you just need to get right, cuz. It's like, but that's when the love make you do right. Because you start saying like, damn, these other bitches ain't shit. These bitches ain't shit. Nobody call. Nobody talk to. You fucked up. You heard me?
Yeah. Listen, I'm tell you something, man. That shit, that life hit, like when they say life hit you hard, when you sit on the side of that bed with a fucking condom on you still your dick in this bitch sleep like, yo, what did I just do? Why am I here?
Or that walk of shame you take to the bathroom when you go wash your nuts off after you cheat, and you look in the mirror
you look in the mirror like this, like
you be like
you like Nino after when you finish.
You can't even look at yourself. You can't just be like wash yourself off like peeking at the. Damn, it's me. It's me. I did that.
One time I looked in the mirror. I said, the only thing I can think about was Nino Brown after you finished killing all them fucking Italians.
You're stupid as shit.
I mean, back in the day, I remember that shit back in the day when I did my thing on cheating tip, and I felt like that. Until I found out she was doing her thing too. Then I became even more of a savage. I dragged it out to the point where she, you know what I mean, like. You know, you get to the level where you just don't give a fuck. You know, us being men, we know we do the dumb shit like we get our phone and we put the code on it, or then we'll turn it over just in case and ring and shit like that. You turn the phone over, but this how I knew I ain't give a fuck when I left the phone up, unlocked, and on the bed. You know what I'm saying? And left it there. She went through that shit. Boop, 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 boop. Looked at it. Came walking back through the door. You fucking that bitch? Yes, I am. Yes, I am. What you gonna do about it? Sit there and cry like she did. And what happened? Get the fuck out. I left. 24 hours later. Oh, we back together. You fucking played yourself. I knew it was over. I was just biding time. You played yourself.
I remember when he called.
You play.
He was letting me know the play by play.
Yo, I swear, I sat on. Yo, you remember the scene? You remember the scene? What's the movie? Yo, what's the movie where Jill Scott had the husband? He told her she was fat, shit like that.
Oh yeah.
And he was,
why did we get married?
and then she was sitting on the edge of the bed like this as he was talking shit, and she was looking sad. That's how I sat on the edge of the bed explaining myself. Yeah, I did do it. And I don't care. And I don't give a fuck. And I really hope she see this episode. Because I know she lied to her cousins and sisters and all of them. I know she lied. Like, yeah, I told that nigga, you ain't telling me you was crying in that corner. You know what I mean? Because you asked me the truth, I gave you the truth. You know what I'm saying? But you're not going to say what you did, right? We both did our thing. But you want to play victim.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But once I got wind of how she was acting, and I ain't gonna lie, like, I was stupid too because I caught wind of her shit before I even stepped out there. Right. You know what I'm saying? I caught wind of her shit. So let me put that out. It wasn't like I was just out, you know what I mean? Because it was a point where, you know what I mean, I didn't even do anything else. Like, I didn't have social media. I deleted all that shit. I didn't do none of that. Like, I wasn't going out with the homies and all that other shit. I was chilling. Right. You know what I'm saying? I went cold turkey. Right. You know what I'm saying? Ain't drink or nothing. But then when I caught wind, I'm like, oh, she think I'm dumb. You know what I'm saying? Like, and this is when the word dumb, you still was stupid. You now to use the word dumb. Dumb is like a term of. Dumb is like a term of and what they call what's I'm looking for?
Endearment.
Yeah, endearment. Like that people call each other dumb. I'm like, nah, I ain't no dumb. This was a time where dumb, you were dumb.
You were dumb.
You know what I mean? And I'm like, yo, she really out here. I'm like, you know what? Let me go ahead, because I already felt unappreciated and shit. So, but I'm in a situation where I love this person. You know what I'm saying? So I put up with the bullshit, like society tells us to as men. Put up with the bullshit. You know what I mean? For another woman's happiness. You know what I mean? You just take on the bullshit, and that's what I was doing. But then when it came to the point, oh, I'm unappreciated, and you doing your thing. I'm getting ready to go throw this motherfucker around. I'm going back to the streets. I'm going back to the streets. That's what I'm saying. Like a fishing rod. Threw that bitch out there. Bow. Hip was coming to bait, was catching that shit. Like, bung, bung, bung. Yeah.
Listen,
we back.
Me and Easy's up at the hideout. We was like, this nigga said, yo, it's game. So I was like, oh, shit.
I was back. Jordan wearing the 4-5.
It's time to break out the leathers, baby.
Oh, shit.
Came back with like Jordan wearing the 4-5. I was back. No injury. Off the injured reserve list. I was back. I was back.
And see, that's the fucked up thing about it too, because love, right? When you see, I want ladies to understand, right? Men love too, right? And when men are in love, they don't worry about the little shit. When they start hearing a wind of some shit or seeing something, and then to get the proof of it, that's where we get scorned too. We get hurt too, because a lot of us don't be doing shit.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And that's how, I ain't gonna lie, that's what turned me into a not giving a fuck motherfucker at a point in time. Mm-hmm. And it played over into relationships.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Because when you thought you loved somebody and you were looking for that love and you felt it from somebody else, mm-hmm. and you gave your all, we get hurt too. Like, that's when you get that dragger, they say now, that motherfucker who don't care.
The big stepper.
Yeah, the big steppers. Yeah. Because it's like, how can we trust these women? I can't say that word. How can we trust these women? But they doing the same shit. But when they do it, it's like, oh, you always go back to what someone else did to you previously. When we bring that shit up, it's like, But you're a man.
I'm gonna say some real shit. I'm gonna say some real shit. Like, and it's gonna definitely come off a little chauvinistic, a little biased, which is fine. You know what I mean? Because it's coming from my perspective as a man. My thing is, like, we know that women, they way more faithful than us at a younger age.
Yeah.
Right?
Right.
That's a fact.
Yeah.
Right? But then, if you get a man that did all that bullshit early, and then he get with somebody that he truly loves, and he gave that shit up because now he see the value in me being with this one woman, what she bringing to the table, we connect and all this other shit, and he let his lusting ways go to come find out that you doing your thing, boy, that's a different level.
Oh yeah.
Now he's never coming back.
Right.
He's a savage forever. Because it's like, yo, I gave all this shit up. You know what I mean? Stop bed hopping, stop dibbling and dabbling and licking on every morsel and thing I can do. And I'm dedicated to this woman, like, and now it's like, now you want to play? You know what I mean? I done matured. And she could have just been somebody that he's newly dealing with. Not saying that the woman he was previously dealing with waited for his shit, because he could have been a dog-ass motherfucker. But, you know what I mean? Like, when you get to find somebody after you done got rid of your lusting ways, and then next thing you know, somebody doing a thing on you, like, he ain't never coming back. Right. He's forever belonging to the streets. You know what I mean? So when they hear this, they're gonna be like, oh, that's fucked up. And I know how y'all gonna comment, but I'm just telling you the truth. I'm just telling you perspective on how it is coming from us.
Hey, you go from listening to Drew Hill, every little step, to Dr. Dre and Snoop, bitches ain't shit. Mm-hmm. It just...
it clicks just like that, too. Don't fucking... Yo, only way he could probably come back, he has to go through a lot of counseling.
Mm-hmm. Right.
A lot of counseling. Like, real shit. Like, he has to go somewhere and talk to somebody.
And don't let him be a not so much a fatherless man, but don't let him have that crutch of mommy or grandma not around. Because that's what we run to first.
Yeah. Right.
You know what I'm saying? As a man, when you really want to have that talk, like, and you need to, that's who you run to first. And if that's gone, he really gonna be upset. But let me tell you some more stupid shit about this love thing that I'll be seeing. I'll be seeing a lot of men, right? A lot of good brothers be wanting some of these women out here, be really making it, you know, doing their thing, and they be really good dudes, right? But if he don't possess a certain swagger, income, materialistic thing, he may get overlooked. Because I've been saying it's a lot of women that just deal with the dumb shit based off of that fucking criteria. Like, how many times you gotta say you're not gonna leave at the motherfucker bust you up your head? Or how many times you gonna put up with a motherfucking another woman jumping in your DM or texting you or slashing your tires because she fucking your baby father and all that just because you love him and all this other shit? Like, women put up with a lot of dumb shit from us based off of love. But it also is about their fucking choices and who they dealing with.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I tried to date somebody a long time ago, right? It's a long time ago. Like, I actually had a stint with her, a little fling with her, a long time ago. And when I wanted to, like, well, when we talked about, yo, let's date, but it's probably like maybe 2010, 2011, somewhere around that time frame, right? She was like, I can't now. Like, we waited too long. What the fuck you mean? Like, I'm waiting for such and such to come home. Come home from where? We come from jail. So you wait for a nigga to come home from jail.
Yeah.
So you wait.
So wait, you wait.
That's some real shit.
So you gonna wait. Okay, so you're gonna wait for a motherfucker that you ain't been dating, who's already sitting in jail. That's already there. He's already. It wasn't like they're dating currently. Like, so he's up. It wasn't like they
had another bitch.
It wasn't like they were already together and then he went in.
That's what I'm saying.
He's already there. So the fact that, you know, he called home and y'all sent a couple letters and he filled your head up with some shit about how good of a man.
I need somewhere to stay.
Every man in jail does that.
Right.
Yo.
Because you sit down and realize what the fuck you missing at home.
So it's not Coretta when she was waiting for Dr. King.
No.
Yo.
Okay.
Bruh.
I just wanted to, you know.
No.
Bro. You know how many people I know.
This is Tasha waiting for ghosts.
You know how many people.
Oh, okay.
No, you can't even beat Tasha waiting for Ghost, because Tasha and Ghost are still together.
They were married.
This is
Angela waiting for Ghost.
Yeah, there we go. There we go.
This Angela waiting for Ghost.
Because
and I'm like, he's like, yeah, he'd be home like 5 to 7.
Yo, bro.
This is 2010, 11. And you telling me a dude that that you supposedly like and I supposedly like, but you gonna let me go, and I'm bringing all of this to the table, and you waiting for?
Who's to say that dude
y'all.
wasn't living his best life in jail?
Again, who's to say that he isn't? His name isn't Tasha or Angela in jail.
Shit, yo, I actually seen this shit play out, bro. I seen I don't give a fuck. I ain't cool with them no more. I seen a person that was like part of the circle I used to be in, right? Wasn't fucking with the dude, right? But they did have a baby by him, right? He was messing with somebody else. He got locked up, had a charge. Somehow, came home before the time of this crime, right? And it was like the dude they was dealing with, they telling that dude like, he gotta stay here. His kids stay here. He gotta stay here. I can't just let my baby daddy be out on the street. Like, what? You got a motherfucker that's taking you out of town, giving you some shit that don't look like the hood,
right?
That's showing you another way of life, and you're waiting for a motherfucker that go come home and go back right to jail.
Like I had somebody tell me that. About whoever I'm dealing with now is just temporary until my baby father come home in 10 years. So I said, tomorrow isn't promised. Let's say you fall in love today. This is a conversation her and I had. If you fall in love with a dude today, y'all go and build a life, right? Y'all get married, supposedly have another child, whatever. And now baby daddy come home 10 years later. What happens? She's like, well, my current relationship will be over.
Yo, they be meaning that shit, bro.
But how do you know that he's going to want you the way you looking and acting right now?
Right.
When he comes home.
Right.
It sounds good now because you're missing home. You sitting somewhere that you shouldn't have been on, probably actions that you shouldn't have done if you done them.
Right.
And now you're missing things, so of course I'm gonna send the love letters home and all this other shit. I ain't had no pussy in 27 months, and I'm thinking about yours and all this other shit. So yeah, I'm gonna hit you with the sweet shit. And
you ain't thinking about yours because you're the only outlet he has.
Yeah, exactly.
Because the other bitch left him alone.
So I'm thinking about the poor soul that is gonna like her because she's a likable person and possibly fall in love with her just for her to tell him
because her soul was beautiful.
Yeah.
I'm like, yo, that's fucked up.
Yo,
don't play with people
real
out here,
shit.
yo.
Women have to realize, y'all have, yes, y'all pussy supposed to have power, all that shit.
It definitely does.
Right?
It definitely has.
But when you
great
have
power.
A man who's out here really trying to show you he love you, he love and shit, and then you got that in the back, you tell him in the beginning so he can judge you accordingly. Right. Because that's why these bitches is dying. And then cross my heart. Right. I don't want to say it, but you can't string on men because at the end of the day, you don't know, that man might not be a street person, but deep down inside in his head, he's waiting for somebody to fuck him over.
You gotta be careful when somebody say, I love you to death.
Bro.
You got to be careful with,
bro.
You got, because I'm gonna tell you.
People will tell you out front, say, hey, yo, listen, yo, I will fucking kill you. I heard a motherfucker say that.
Yo, I know motherfuckers that been stabbed, shot, broke bones, head split. None of that pain, physical pain, feels like a broken heart.
Right.
A broken heart, bruh.
I had a dude actually tell me personally.
You ever got fucked up and then had to go to work and be at work and think about this person that you just broke up with and sitting there like,
damn. Like, yo, that same dude told me personally, if it wasn't for the kids, I'd have blew that whole house up.
Yeah. I know somebody that caught a charge because she left and started fucking with them, and he attempt murder.
And now they not even together. They hate each other. And they want the friendship of that other person back. I keep telling him, don't fuck with that bitch, guys, because it's nothing going to do nothing but bring you backwards. Mm-hmm. You got a whole good thing now, bro.
And I'll be trying to tell a couple of youngins too, like, cause I want to take some ownership on our actions too. Yeah. So I'll be trying to tell them, like, yo, don't play with shorty, like, whatever, you know what I mean? If you fucking with her, fuck with her. Don't. If not, be alone. Yeah, that's it. Don't be committed. You know what I mean? If you just out here doing your thing, don't have her believing that you're gonna give her the world and all that other shit when you know goddamn well you don't have no intentions on doing that shit.
Cause you got niggas like me that got daughters, and I'm just waiting for that.
I know you.
Because I know I'm a teacher not to fuck with a nigga that the old daddy. You know what I mean? Like, don't be like Conway, you hear me? Yeah. Be like Richard.
But what I'm saying, I mean, that's the approach to take, but that shit got to work both ways, because men and mothers got to tell their sons the same thing too.
Yeah.
It's just well as fathers and mothers got to tell their daughter the same thing. You got to set a standard and a precedent for your child.
When love is involved, there's a thin line between sane and insane.
Yeah, it's a thin line.
It's a very thin line. And when you tread that line, just know there can be repercussions. Mm-hmm. Because I'm telling you, I've seen people that you would never thought, like, damn, you killed a bro. Mm-hmm. And you know, we know little homie.
Yeah.
They put in that work.
He's
spending like young boy, 17, did 15.
Yeah.
And he had to do it.
Based off of love. Like, my thing is like this is anything about a relationship ending. You know what I mean? And I know we've been harping a lot on actual spousal relationships. Anything that a relationship ends, I think when you end it, just end it.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? This is like, if it's over, tell a person like, yo, it's over. I got different feelings, and then there's no more conversation. If you want to give them a little bit of closure and let them tell you how they feel, boom, but that's it. Other than that, cut that shit off. Block their number, do everything. Because once you keep communicating with them, it keeps the door open. You still extending that olive branch. They still think they got some fucking hope.
It's toxic.
You got to kill the hope.
And that shit, like you said, it just doesn't go with man and woman, and I guess I gotta say this shit like man and man, woman and woman shit, because I gotta say that right.
Mm-hmm. You always gotta be political for the sensitive motherfuckers out here.
But it also goes for relationships of homies.
Yeah.
Like, you can't be that one homie that's like, yo,
and she's still claiming you as her brother. Yeah, that shit gotta go. Like if I break up with you, like, my family's done. Like, everybody around me done. Like, I don't know, and I never asked the question, because even my ex, the one I was talking about, you know what I mean, how I had to go savage. When that shit ended and it was toxic, and I knew in my mind like I was done, when she was on that get out shit, I left. You know what I'm saying? It was no communication. I got a call a week later like, yo, the rent due. Fuck you calling me for? Right. I don't live there.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, the communication of this shit is over. You know what I'm saying? It's over. And what she started doing, posting and all this stuff, I ain't had no communication with her.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? No, it's over.
Call for rent money.
Yeah, call like, yo, the rent, fuck you, I'm out of there.
Right.
This shit is over, soldier.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We out of here, shorty.
But that's
new blessings.
All that shit had to stop.
And then I went and upgraded.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
saying? You can't string that person along, because like for women, you can't be like, oh, this is my best friend to your next man, and then that person, once you fuck, that best friend word is gone.
It's gone.
Men,
brother, sister shit is gone.
Men, if you fuck this, she can't be your best friend. She can't be your sister.
No.
That's some whole another.
That's some whole weird shit. Yeah, weird shit. Like,
if you that's your sister, or you took that person as a sister and never had no sexual feeling or nothing like that towards her, all right.
Yeah.
But if y'all had like a sexual connection in any kind of way, best friend,
because the sexual energy is
brother,
powerful as fuck.
Yeah. That shit is dead, because it's no way in hell that when that person now calling you, telling you that issues with their spouse, you're thinking now like, oh shit, I could slide in. Mm-hmm. You're not thinking about, damn, she really fucked up out here. This really da. even for the women, y'all be like, shit. I knew that bitch had a good nigga. Like,
boy, you looking at the recipient of you looking at the recipient of like, damn, damn, I knew you was good. I always knew. Oh, really? You knew how good I'm good enough to give you. Oh, okay. That's what we doing.
And it's like,
okay,
that shit so crazy. Like, and then that's the other thing. Sex turns into love. Don't matter fucking how thuggish you are, like, for a woman. Like, stop giving...
You eat not ass, you love her.
Yeah, facts. Yeah. And she's gonna fall in love.
She's gonna fall in love.
She's gonna fall in love.
You damn right.
The thing
let a woman lick you on your taint.
Yeah.
You gonna fall in love, too.
The thing is, don't be out here just giving up the pussy and think that he care. Because if he just get taking the pussy, he's not in love with you. He's not.
Mm-hmm.
Don't fall in love if that's what the fuck you care. Like,
but if y'all have an understanding, like, yo, this is just sexual. If y'all have that understanding, you gotta have that conversation. It can't just be. You can't just be like, oh, we know. No, you gotta have that conversation.
Here.
You know what I'm saying?
You're talking about a woman.
I know some savage motherfuckers that drop that wood off and get out.
I know something like that, but that's because a lot of them had already previously been hitting the gut, rib, and broke.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. It's only 1-2% of them out here. It's only 1 or 2% of the savage women who drop that da-da-da. But this is where the love go. Because if something happened to you on the street, or period, like anything happened to you, she gonna show her love.
Mm-hmm.
Right. She's in love. She's just a savage with it. She know how to, she a nigga. She's a dude. She can put it in another box.
Mm-hmm.
And then when she want the box open, she go open it back up. But something happened to you, she in the fucking funeral like, that was my baby.
Yeah. I'm glad.
Happens, like,
yeah, go ahead.
No, I was just saying, like, I remember, and it was crazy. One of the homies, and it was a homie, she likes girls. And he told me this wild story, and he was like, you won't believe this shit. He told me, I said, what? He said, yeah, man. Like, the best I ever had. I'm like, I didn't think she liked that.
Mm-hmm.
He said, yo, she does like that. And she's totally different. She gets very feminine with me and everything, man. She doesn't, it blew my mind how much they had a connection. Then I just started, like, sitting back and just watching. I said, I can't believe this shit.
Mm-hmm.
I really couldn't believe this shit. It just blew my mind. Yo.
She was in love. She was in love with him so much, she was able to take her dyke out.
Right.
Hey,
the bread went out. Hey, she fat.
That much
I tried to hold this shit in, yo. Like, she took her dyke out. Yo, that's fucking hilarious, yo. But that's true. But it's something you said about if something happened to you in the street, she gonna feel it. That's one of the main factors going on in our culture with women, that they are getting into the street, more of street business.
Yeah.
Because of love. They've been holding packages since the 70s.
Yeah.
They've been holding the toolies since the 60s and 70s. But now they starting to get in on setting people up.
And they claiming gangs.
They doing too much.
Deep in the game.
And I may catch some backlash for some dudes what I'm about to say, but I'm gonna tell you some real shit. Like, if you got shorty in the street with you or she's holding packages, like, you don't love her. You leading her the fuck on. Right. And then if you in the street, you still don't love her. Because I'm not taking no chances at the penitentiary and have me leave my woman. You get what I'm saying? Like, if it's something where I'm going because I'm defending her honor or I'm defending our children and I gotta go knock somebody's head off in the moment, then that's what it is. But I'm not gonna be out there on the corner taking penitentiary chances and I got somebody on the outside that I love. Yeah. You know what I mean? Because I'm going to lose it. Yeah. I'm going to lose it. So women that's dealing with these type of men that are still into that shit, you got to take a good look in the mirror. Like, either you don't love yourself enough or he don't love you. Right. Or it's a little bit of both, because that shit can't coexist. And it doesn't make them a real if just because he in the street. You know what I mean? That's just a motherfucker that don't have another plan. Yeah. You know what I mean? That's all that shit is.
Nobody helped him get to think about what he's good at.
But how many motherfuckers helped you? How many motherfuckers helped you? How many motherfuckers helped me?
And that's what I'm saying.
We ain't angels either. No. You know what I'm saying?
But you gotta take
another wake up.
Look at yourself. Like, I could still be outside. But shit happened in my life that changed that. Right. Lost too many homies, going to too many funerals, having kids. And I thank God that I never had to push, you know what I mean, that those numbers and they had to hit zero for me. You know what I mean? That shit's different. That shit's different.
Yeah, them numbers are like football jerseys.
What the
fuck you talking about?
The
numbers
is,
shit.
The thing is, the different part about it, though, if you really, that's one thing that a man should always love his kids. Right. And if you don't love your kids enough to go to another level from where you at, then you he ain't gonna love nobody.
Right.
He ain't gonna love nobody.
Right.
So shorty, don't you gotta stop thinking that he love you if he can't change for his own. His own, like that shit came out of him.
Yeah, bro. I remember watching one of the big homies, and it almost reminded me of fucking like Ghost. He had the one shorty that came from the hood that was in the game. She was up there helping out, you know. But he had another joint that was totally the opposite, polar opposite. She was just like straight laced, had regular, and he was leaning towards like getting out of the game. Guess what happened? The one that was in the game wound up turning over everything, just like.
Yeah, because
and it was like it wasn't.
Because
it was like she's like, I did everything for this, and he gonna go ahead and do this to me. She's doing everybody. And I'm like,
because
too much.
No,
what happened that incident a couple months ago with the lady? Was she hit him with the car?
Oh yeah.
Oh my God.
And then hit him with the
He survived though, didn't he?
Yeah, he survived.
Yeah, but it was.
I think he paralyzed.
Yeah, he got me.
Because she ran on his legs twice.
Yo, I seen that shit.
Crushed that shit.
That's crazy.
She was scoring.
But was she?
That's what love leads to.
See, we don't know.
Love leads to drama.
Yeah, we don't.
Was she scorned, or was it already things there?
Or was she just bitter?
Right.
We don't know.
Only.
We won't know till they go to court.
See, being a man, a real man.
Yeah.
When you see a woman go that far, you be like, "Fuck, damn, that's fucked up." Like that. And it's because you have a mother, you have like. You just sit there like, damn. And you've done shit.
Right. Right.
But we never be like, damn, yo. Was the sign already there? Yeah. Was it like you know what I did, though, because you was out there running you. Yeah. I'm out of here. And then she got mad because you didn't want to come back and ran you the fuck over. We don't know.
Yeah.
We don't know because he still ain't tell you nothing bad about her.
Right.
You know what I mean? That's the fucked up thing about it. And it just shit like that.
I saw the picture of that same, when she ran over homie. They showed a picture of them together, and they was like, he had his arm around and stuff. They really looked like they were in love. And what happened from there to you running over him and running?
That fine line you're talking about.
I don't give a fuck. That's what he gets. I'm like.
That's that fine line. Like, think about everything negative, drama-wise, that you're seeing in everyday life on the news or social media. It's coming from a place where you thought you loved somebody at first. Even, let's flip it. Flip it to just what just happened. These motherfuckers love Trump so much. Let's really flip it.
No.
These motherfuckers love Trump.
That's definitely.
They love Trump so much. They took their stank asses to the Capitol, climbed a fucking wall, and the irony in that is they wanted to build one to keep motherfuckers out, and the wall at the Capitol couldn't even keep a motherfucker out. You climb that shit on some fake revolution shit because the person that you love that speaks the rhetoric that you are fucking living is no longer going to be in power. So now you put yourself and your own life on the line for a motherfucker that don't even know you by your first name.
I said, what kind of I'm Legend shit is this?
What the fuck?
You motherfucking scaling walls and shit.
Look like The Walking Dead. They had on costumes.
Bro. Dude,
what the fuck?
These motherfuckers is ready.
Think about it.
They was and that's what I keep telling people. And I'm gonna say something. For you black motherfuckers who's out here debating me on Facebook pages, right? For y'all fucking love of Trump, yo. Stop telling me that the shit was staged. Motherfuckers don't die in movies and never come back to life.
Right.
These motherfuckers is gone. It was 5 of them. They only talking about the 2 because they were the main important ones.
Right. Right.
One was the fucking served out 14 years for this country, and the other one served fucking 20 years and then served another 13 in this country.
But think of the irony of that. You went into a military service early in your career, and your job is to fight for the peace and liberty of the country, but then you die based off of rhetoric of a dictatorship.
Right.
Exactly.
Like, you was living your own lie. First of all, they didn't even get murdered. They committed suicide.
Thank you.
They committed suicide.
Right.
Because at the end of the day, right, this is how I look at it. What they say, what they call the people that want the cops to kill them and shit, and they be like, oh, that wasn't a murder, it was a suicide, or a cop for hire almost type of shit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's what you did, bro.
Right.
Because in every revolution, white people, someone has to die.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Right.
So you sacrificed yourself to be a legend.
Mm-hmm.
You sacrificed yourself to be a legend. But that lets you know how many men.
And next week she'll be forgotten.
All these men that were there, right? And that were listening. Yeah.
And the woman
that was listening to the restraint.
Bro.
The woman had the hardest nuts.
Mm-hmm. Her nuts was dragging.
Listen, bro said he was behind. He said, "Yeah, I got the blood on my hands.
Yeah,
I was behind him when they shot her and stuff." And I said,
Thomas,
what did you do?
Thomas Bertini from New Jersey.
Yeah, and what did you do? Did you go in and rush him? Oh, this bitch ain't saying rush him. He's still here to tell the story.
Yeah.
With blood on his hands.
Yeah, that.
And then the Proud Boys out
these
here
clowns
talking about, oh, it's gonna be more. But back to you black, dumb, stupid motherfuckers on my page. Well, the Proud Boys weren't there. They were locked up before they even got to DC. So why the fuck are they all in the pictures? Why are they on their fucking Instagram pages posting it? Why is motherfuckers telling me
because
that
love
they were
make
there
you
and they weren't there? Why is motherfuckers
love make you stupid,
telling
man.
me they were there and they weren't there?
Love make you stupid. They love the motherfucker so much it made them stupid.
Yo, and then it's so like I tell him like, yo, they love this man so much that they had a party or whatever, a rally for him, and then walked right across the street.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And he went to go have lunch. Mm-hmm. He left.
And tweeted.
Yeah. And he left. The motherfuckers that you love, so it's like being in a bad relationship.
Why was he?
You go out there and fight a motherfucker for the motherfucker you love, and they out there doing something else.
And you get beat up because the motherfucker brought 30 people.
Yeah, man.
Get your ass socked out.
And then you couldn't even handle him. Bitch, where was you at?
I fought that dude you was fucking with. Oh, yeah? I was at the nail shop. You know what I'm saying? I didn't give a fuck.
I seen him. They called me. He was with some niggas.
Yeah.
Oh, why? Why your face look like that?
I caught an L for your ass.
Right.
I took a whole boot in the face.
And then there's the text. Your man like, hey, yo, you been to the movies? And they got the COVID.
That's the worst.
RSVP joint.
That's the worst. That's the worst.
You bitch here with a nigga with a COVID RSVP.
Yo.
That's the worst, man. That's the worst. But check it out. I need to get y'all final thoughts. Please give me y'all final thoughts on how love makes you dumb.
Man, love make you so stupid, man, that you'll do whatever you think love's supposed to mean. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day,
make you sacrifice shit you shouldn't even be sacrificing.
So at the end of the day, when you start feeling that urge of love, because you're going to feel it, start reevaluating yourself. Start looking at the situation that you're in, because just like it'll take you down that road where you almost can't come back, or you'll start hurting people in the midst of that. And it could be your kids, could be your lady that you really had feelings for, your family. So before it go that far, make sure you're really in love with a person that's really in love with you, because that's what we don't do.
Mm-hmm.
We'll fall in love with the person not. Right. And then you'll be saying, I love you.
It'd be so toxic. The toxic telling you that it's not working. But you love them so much, you're going to keep fighting. And they
even telling you, like, oh, you do? Mm-hmm. Same to you? Mm-hmm. Because they're not there yet.
Mm-hmm.
Some of us go out here and love quick, just fall back. Let it gradually go in like a coaster, you know what I mean? But that's it.
Love's supposed to be reciprocated, man. Like it's no other way around it. Like it's a lot of people, and I ain't gonna go too crazy, but it's a lot of people, man. They overextend. They overextend for somebody because they love them, and it's not reciprocated. You know what I'm saying? You go out and you'll go broke. Trying to prove your fucking love for you to get a fucking pack of socks and underwear at Christmas time.
Because we think loving
is spending.
Yeah. And then they hit you with the, why you gotta stay here? Because you what? Well, I just spent that whole $2 on you and I forgot my fucking rent was due.
Right.
Oh,
and that's that's the facade too. That's the facade that gets a lot of people, and mainly women, because it's y'all, because we spending, but it's women that spend on men too.
Yeah,
they're when you sit up there and you spoil them, and then you just like, oh my God, he's getting me all these things, and next thing you know, he's really a scumbag.
Right.
The money is just to court you, to get your attention. Doesn't mean in love. It's a lot of dudes out here that got a lot of money that will spend it over and over and don't give a fuck about you. It's just about, really about their ego.
Right.
Like, I did that. I gave Shorty this. I gave her a new whip. I paid her rent. You know what I'm saying? I got her nails done. But guess what? Her homegirl, I want her too. And I'm going to do the same thing.
That's how they do it. Because you got motherfuckers out there balling, and they got the money like that. If money comes like this, it don't mean shit for a motherfucker to just push it back out.
But the funny thing,
from afar, them girls, they homegirls be checking them like, oh damn.
The funny thing, a lot of dudes ain't balling. That's the point.
Right.
That's the point, because a lot of dudes, they're faking it because they know that's what it attracts.
Right.
We said it on previous shows.
They're spending their pack money every day on you.
It ain't even the amount of money that people are spending, or you think you deserve, and people are getting spoiled. We keep saying that's 1% of this country.
Right.
This baller that you're looking for, that every other man is trying to compete for, he's going to make himself look like that until you really start fucking with him, and then he becomes complacent. He stops doing this and stuff, and you start to really see like, damn, like he ain't shit. So once you see who he really is, it's like, I don't even fuck with him. Now you don't love him back.
That's because you're around now where he can't go here, go there, because he don't want you to see everything. He don't want you to see the downfall he was doing to try to make you supposed to love him. That shit.
That overextension. But I didn't mean to cut you off, Andy.
No, you good. No, I was just gonna say like love can blind people. You know, you can have everybody around you saying like they can see like this shit is gonna go down the wrong route. It's like almost like a trash fire, but until you in it, you had to go through it. You damn near had to hit rock bottom and leave it. What I would say is this: it's nothing wrong with being alone. It is nothing wrong with being alone.
Because if you're in love with yourself, you're all right.
It's nothing wrong with being alone. It's nothing wrong with getting advice, going to seek counseling and stuff.
Yeah.
Your health is more important.
Your health as well.
Exactly. Bro.
Lack of feeling love send a lot of people into depression.
Yeah.
Send a lot of people.
So it's not, like I stated before, it's nothing wrong with being alone. It's nothing wrong with seeking mental help. You just got to look out for yourself. Especially also, you got to look out for yourself, especially if you got babies. That's another thing. Because people go ahead and jump out a window and do this and do that and overexert themselves, and they don't have enough for them to recover for themselves or for their babies. So, yeah, man. So, it's a slippery slope, but just definitely self-love is everything. So
I agree with that, man. Like, look, on some real shit, love by far is the strongest force. It just creates so many different other things. Right. It's almost like the tree of everything. From love comes drama, comes hate, comes compassion, it's that one thing That one force is the strongest thing out here. And my suggestion to everybody is don't play with it. You know what I mean? It's a force. It can make you dumb. It can make you stupid. You know what I mean? Love can really end your life. So my thing is, you got to really know what you're doing out here. Don't play with it. Don't use the word if you don't really mean it. You know what I mean? Because like I said, it's a powerful force, man. And that's really it. Just take your time with it. You know what I mean? Know what love means. Know how to love yourself first before you love anybody else, man. And it's been another edition of Imperfect Sense. And hey, look, everybody, you see I got the Fuck 2020 hoodies. Make sure y'all DM me, DM Conway, DM Andy. We got the Fuck 2020 hoodies. You know what I mean? Let us know. But it's been another edition.
Fuck 2020.
Yeah, there's been another edition of Imperfect Sense right here on UnifiedRadio.tv. We see y'all the same time, same Unified channel next week. Peace.
Peace.